I have peace. I will always not know where Mom is, but having her headstone and being able to visit that, you know, that's like a place I can go and memorize her versus not knowing where she's at.
It's an update to a story that we've covered for years on WHAS. St. Stephen's Cemetery, the troubled graveyard where countless complaints have been documented, has settled a lawsuit for $1.25 million. Allegations of negligence plagued the cemetery for years.
WHAS 11's Gabriel Gonzalez is talking with a victim in a class action lawsuit who says she can now put the horror of the last 12 years right in the past.
The nightmare is over for a number of families who've buried loved ones at St. Stephen's Cemetery.
I feel better. I'm glad that the people that did this are going to pay for what they did.
Christina Seaton described the years-long lawsuit as tough mentally and emotionally.
Gives you nightmares. It's just terrible.
She said under the cemetery's previous owner, her mother's casket was moved without her knowledge, but that wasn't all.
Then once obtaining the records and going through them, the records show that she was buried with a man on the other side of the street.
Although her mom has a headstone and is believed to be buried, Tina still questions if her mother made it into the ground.
And when she was buried, her casket was over her hole, but her vault was sitting over on a truck. Who knows if it even got put in the ground? Because your vault's supposed to be in the ground before your casket sits there.
She said there is zero contact with the current cemetery manager, pointing to a closed sign on the gate's entrance despite showing daily operating hours. The lawsuit, originally filed in 2017, claimed the cemetery was grossly negligent, and not just in one case. Back in November, a Louisville man told us his mother was buried on top of someone else, not in their family's designated plot. Attorneys for multiple victims sent WHAS this statement that reads in part, the proposed $1.25 million settlement will compensate those families who have been unjustly harmed from the negligent conduct occurring at St. Stephen's Cemetery for decades. Tina wants others to know you have options if you feel you're a victim of the cemetery.
Don't hesitate to get a hold of the company and contact them and let them know what your situation is. Fill out the paperwork. See if you can get help just like the rest of us.
It's taken 7 years and many sleepless nights, but Tina says she's finally at peace.
Wherever Mom is at, she's resting, and I got to keep that in mind. I know she's up there with my daddy, so.
Well, Gabe, this story could really very well connect with some of our viewers if they're watching this. What and they're impacted by this, what can they do?
Well, first of all, we did reach out to the cemetery this morning. They said they had no comment. But if you are impacted by this, you can go to kycemeterysettlement.com. There you can just fill out a couple of clicks and you can fill out all of your information there. You have until March 24th to put in your claim. So do it now. And this is if you were between January 1st of 1992 and February 24th of 2017. If you did business with the cemetery in between those dates, you can go in and do this and hopefully, find some peace.
All right, that's a long period.
What's that address again?
kycemeterysettlement.com. It'll be on this article on the website.
All right. Thank you so much, Gabe.
Thank you, Gabe.